Yoga is not a substitute for medical attention or treatment. Don't perform any postures to the extent of pain or strain. Always listen to your body and meet yourself with kindness and compassion. Hi and welcome back to Yoga with Sina. I'm currently visiting beautiful Nozawa Onsen in Nagano, Japan. And in the last few days, there has been so much new snow. So lots of people are out on the slopes. And even though I don't ski or snowboard myself, I was inspired by family and friends to record a yoga class geared towards skiers and snowboarders. So this class focuses on skiers and snowboarders, but as we will work through a balance of strength, stretches and mobilization for the entire body, this class can benefit anyone pre or post any medium to high impact activity. Let's hop onto the mat and begin. Starting in child's pose with the knees apart, so take the knees wider than your hips, your big toes connecting, and then take your hands forward so that you can reach your hands as far away as possible from your hips. Maybe your forehead can reach all the way down to the ground. If that isn't the case, you could always prop your head up onto a cushion or a pillow or a blanket, or if you don't have anything that you could use as a prop, you might just want to rest your head on your hands. Most important here is that you let the weight in your hips completely rest towards your heels, and then give your rib cage space so that with each inhale you can expand the front side of your body, and with each exhale you can feel the weight and the gravity grounding you more and more. So we're here for a few more rounds, breathing in and out of your nose, making your inhales bigger and bigger each round so that you might be able to feel the expansion of your skin on the back side of your body as well. Fingertips are soft, jaw is relaxed. Arriving into this practice with one more big inhale here. And an exhale out. Awesome. From here, we're going to lift the head up slightly and then take your right hand and just slide it underneath your left armpit. You're going to come to lie on the right side of your head and the right shoulder. Maybe your left hand is just in front of your face, giving you a little bit support. If you want to go deeper into this stretch for the upper right back and the shoulder, you could extend your left fingertips out towards the top of your mat as far as possible, and then see if you might even want to turn your nose down towards the ground. Taking another big inhale here, finding that space in the upper back side of your right shoulder. And as you exhale, just releasing back both arms forward. Take an inhale here, lengthen into the spine, and with an exhale, left arm slides underneath the right armpit, coming to lie on your left side, left ear, and left shoulder. You can stay here with the right arm extended. If you need a little bit more support, you can extend your fingertips in front of your face. Inhale. Maybe you want to turn your nose down to intensify the sensation in the top left shoulder. And with an exhale, release that left arm, reach it all the way forward. From here, we're going to head into an upper side body stretch. So all you're going to do is lift your head, keep your ears between your biceps, and walk your hands over to the left side as far as you can. Be mindful with your hips, careful that they don't lift too high up from your heels. And then see if you can walk that right hand even more off to the left Maybe your nose peels towards that left knee, getting an entire lengthening sensation into the right side body, right fingertip down towards the right hip. One big inhale here, lengthen, feel that space. With an exhale, returning through center, keep walking all the way over to the right, going straight into the other side. So find that maximum lengthening sensation in your left side body. Maybe again your nose peeling towards that right knee now. Stretching through the left fingertips. Feel that stretch along your left side body. One more inhale here. And exhale, release, come back towards the center. Just one round of breath here, relaxing in your extended child's pose. And then beginning to lift your torso up, walk your hands in towards the knees. You can go ahead and bring the knees together. And then see if you can take your fingertips behind you and give your front sides of those ankles a nice stretch. So if you've been in boots all day, this should feel really amazing. Giving the front sides of your body a nice big stretch. You can gently sway your knees side to side. Just always go as far as your body allows you to go. Accept your limitations here. Don't overdo. Big breath in, and then slowly drop the knees down, bring your fingertips out in front, and just tuck your toes under now, giving the soles of the feet a good stretch as well. We're going to walk up, taking the hands onto the thighs, and then resting your hips, your buttocks on the heels. So you really want to make sure the whole bottom of your soles gets a good stretch. Taking one more breath here. And then let's go ahead and walk the fingertips forward. Spread your hands evenly, cover lots of space. Walk your feet about hip width distance, and then lift your knees, push your hips back and up. You're more than welcome to keep your knees bent here. We want to now focus on giving the spine the length, the maximum length we can. At the same time, we're also feeling that stretch in the backs of the legs. Maybe it feels quite natural here to start walking on the spot, rolling over your feet, pressing the heels down, alternating right and left. Make sure that your face is looking towards the back. You want to completely, entirely relax that neck and bring it in the same alignment as the rest of your spine. And as you pedal here, you might feel a nice release in your calves and entire that whole posterior chain of muscles alongside the back of your legs. Fingers are still nice and spread. Shoulders pull away from the ears so that your head can move freely. You can release your neck here. Maybe give it a shake, nod it, little circles, whatever feels good here. We're just going to be here for another 3 breaths, really finding length. As you bend your knees, you might be able to push your chest even more back towards the thighs, creating more length, more space. One more inhale here. Let's all take a big breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, give it an audible exhale out. Awesome. We're going to walk the hands all the way back towards our feet so that we end up in a nice forward fold. Now, if you've been snowboarding and you've been pushing yourself up a lot, you might feel a little bit of tension in your wrists. So to give that a little bit of a relief, just walk your feet out a little bit wider than hip width distance. And then from here, we're going to slide the hands underneath your feet. So the top of your hands are actually resting down onto the ground. So we're going to do that with both hands. Bring them flat under your feet. You can bend your knees any amount here. Don't overstrain your hamstrings. And then what we're going to do is just wiggle the toes. So kind of like imagine you're giving your wrists, your inside wrists, a little bit of a massage with your toes.
The head is heavy here, crown of the head pointing down to the ground, nose towards the knees. And then let your shoulders hang heavy. Let the whole entire backside of your body relax. With a big bend in the knees, you take compression out of the lower back here. Taking another big breath in and a big breath out. Carefully release the hands underneath your feet. And then just hold opposite elbows here with a nice bend in the knees. We're just going to sway the upper body gently side to side. Now trying to shift the weight a little bit more towards your toes so that you get that nice stretch in the backs of the legs. Beautiful. Really awesome here for the lower back. Taking another big breath in. And release your fingertips all the way down to the ground. Walk your hands towards the top of the mat. Come into a plank position. And from here, rigid as a board, you're going to lower all the way down onto your front side of the body. Untuck your toes. And then slide your hands forward. Stack your elbows under the shoulders. Forearms are parallel. And then from here, we're just going to lift the chest, create space in the front side of your heart. Shoulders and ears stay at big distance. Maybe you want to give yourself a smile here, relaxing all those tiny little facial muscles. Awesome. And then from here, just take your right hand towards your left elbow crease. And then see if you can bend your left foot, your left knee, so that your heel comes in towards your body. Reaching with the left hand to catch the inside of your foot. And then here you can just really press into that right forearm. Careful not to collapse into that right shoulder. And see if you can find a nice quad stretch in that left front side of your thigh. Big breath in here. Pressing your top of the foot against the hand. Can make this a little bit more as an active pose. Taking one more breath. And then releasing that leg. Switching sides. Left hand comes to the right elbow. We bend into the right knee. Releasing the hand. Grabbing whatever you can reach. Maybe if your foot is way out of reach, just take a towel and hook it around the front side of your foot so that you can find that leverage, that little pull here. Taking one more breath, really press into that left forearm, press into the top of the left foot. One last exhale here, releasing. And from here, we're gonna take the hands underneath the shoulders, fingers spread nice and wide, toes tuck under. Press yourself up and back into your downward facing dog. Beautiful. Taking another full inhale here. And then we're going to begin to tiptoe on your toes, your feet all the way forward. Make sure you walk your feet to the outsides of your hands. Release the heels down and then bend into your knees. And here, if you have the flexibility in your hips, maybe your feet stay grounded as you release your hands, coming into a malasana, yogi squat. If that is not accessible, just keep your hands down, lift your heels, and gently find a little bit of a release for the insides of your hips by swaying side to side. You do you, always finding what feels good for your body. Beautiful. Let's take one more breath here. And then from here, we're gonna lift the hips, turn the heels out, toes in, walk the feet back to a hip width distance. And then we're gonna step the right leg long back. We're just gonna drop that right knee down to the ground. Make sure that your left heel now aligns underneath your left knee. Untuck the back toes. And then just see if you can find that stretch in the front of the right hip crease. You can stay on your fingertips, or maybe you can play around by tucking your chin in towards the chest and draping the weight of your upper body onto that left thigh, noticing how that changes the sensation in the front of that right hip crease. We're here for another big breath in and an exhale out. One more breath in. Exhale out. Beautiful. Now lengthen your spine again. Tuck the right toes under. Lift your right knee off the floor. Right hand stays where it is. And then inhale, finding that opening twist. Lift your left arm up. Come into a big opening for the front left side of your chest. You might want to roll your left wrist here. Open and close your fingers. Maybe your neck allows a little peek up towards that left hand. Big breath in. And exhale. Take your left hand down. Step up with your right foot. Come back into your forward fold. Neutralizing our spine. We're going to lift up halfway, finding length. Crown of the head to the tailbone. And as we exhale, hands come down to the ground. Going over to the other side, step your left leg long back. Knee lowers down to the ground. Aligning right heel under the right knee. Untuck your back toes. First of all, take a big breath. Lengthen the spine. Gaze straight forward. And then see if you want to stay here or play around with tucking your chin to the chest and lowering the weight of your body onto that right thigh. Finding a nice big opening in the front of that left hip crease now. Let's take one more big breath in here. Full exhale out. One last inhale. And exhale out. Beautiful. From here, tuck your back toes under, lift the left knee, left hand stays where it is. Right hip pulls back, high up onto the toes of that left foot as you inhale, reach the right arm up into the air. Find that twist and find length, left fingertips to the right fingertips, maybe gazing up to that right hand. One more full breath in. And as you exhale, right hand comes down. One last time, step it up into your forward fold. Lift up halfway, lengthen. And as we exhale, we're just gonna squat down and take a seat. Roll all the way down, holding the tops of your knees. Come into a supine position on your back. Hugging your knees in. We're gonna go into a reclined pigeon pose, finding some stretch, some space, some opening in our outer hips. So starting with the left sole of the foot down, right ankle connects on top of the left knee. Flex into that right foot. And then bring your left knee in towards your chest. Maybe you can interlace the hands behind your left thigh. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Maybe you can try and interlace the hands on top of the left knee. Always keep that right foot flexed. Try and keep your neck long, chin slightly tucked. And the shoulders relaxed here. You can sway a little side to side. Trying to bring the left knee closer into the shoulders as the right knee pushes away from the shoulders. Awesome. Feeling that stretch in the outer right hip. Let's take one more breath here. And prepare to release so that we can switch. Right sole of the foot down on the ground. Now left ankle on top of the right knee, flexing into that left foot. Lift the right leg off. Interlace your hands either on top of that right knee or behind your right thigh. Make sure your shoulders relax, your jaw stays soft, and your breath equally rolls in and out of the body. You can sway here, trying to bring that right knee closer to the chest, pushing the left knee away. Left foot is flexed, right is relaxed. Taking one final breath in here. Exhale as you release. Take the soles of the feet down to the ground. Walk your feet apart so that your edges of the feet align with the outside of your mat. And then let your knees knock together in the center. This is called Constructive rest pose. So just even with a few minutes of stretching, mobilization, and strengthening, your body hopefully already feels a bit better. You can stay here, close your eyes, maybe your right hand resting on your belly, left hand on your heart. Chin slightly tucked, neck is long, covering a good space with the backside of your shoulders on the mat. We're going to be here for just 5 rounds of breath. Completely, entirely relaxing everything in your face, the tiniest little muscles around your eyes, your jaw. Noticing the fall and the rise of your chest and your belly as the breath flows in and out of the nostrils. You can choose to stay here, or for another 5 breaths, come into Shavasana, corpse pose, extending your legs out long, relaxing your hands alongside your body, palms up, breathing, eyes closed, body relaxed. If you have more time at hand, you're welcome to stay here for as long as you like. If you're ready to return back to your day, begin to wiggle your fingers, your toes. Give yourself a nice good stretch, arms up overhead, toes are pointing away. And hugging your knees in towards your chest. Hold the tops of your knees, maybe sway a little bit side to side. And whenever you're ready, with a little bit of momentum and a little rock back and forth, come up into your seat. Sit up nice and tall. Maybe you can align head over shoulders, shoulders over your pelvis. When you're ready, hands connect at the center of your heart. Gently bow your chin to your chest. Thank you so much for joining me today and for honoring your body and giving it a little bit of TLC here after any high impact activity or a day of snowboarding or skiing. Stay safe. Namaste. And I look forward to see you here again. If you liked today's video, please recommend it to your friends so that everybody can benefit of a little bit of stretching, strengthening, and a mobilization when they do winter sports. Awesome. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.